Dr. Breakfast, thank you so much for your time. It was quite an interesting 24 hours when the ANC caucus first of all said that the offer from the DA-led city of Cape Town to host parliament in some of the city's buildings was opportunistic and a political ploy. Hours later, they changed their mind. Why do you think that was so?
Well, Tafuma, I think throughout history, since the ushering in of our democracy, the president of the country has never made his speech of the State of the Nation address outside Parliament, which makes the turn of events significant. Secondly, I think the issue of security also is of paramount importance. Because there have been people who have been engaging in operations of sabotage in the country. No wonder this handover becomes important. But I think on a lighter note, when the dust has settled, I think the DA is going to take a step back and blow their trumpet for rescuing Parliament, because maybe they might argue that had it not been for them, Parliament would not have had a venue to hold the State of the Nation address. But I think the ANC had no option. I mean, if it wasn't for the DA, I don't think that they would have had another place to hold this State of the Nation address.
There were quite a few options that were mooted. There was the City of Cape Town's chambers. There was Cape Town International Convention Centre. Why do you think they eventually settled on City Hall?
The same way at Tafuma, it would have been still in Cape Town. So why not accept this offer from the DA? But I think they have been on the back foot. I think this gives the DA then a narrative to advance about how good they are and so on.
You know, I thought to myself that, you know, this was a brilliant sign of maybe party politics being pushed aside and, you know, Parliament and the City of Cape Town working together. And you think that's not so? This is not a case where we see party politics being set aside?
Tafuma, I am a realist. I think the first thing that comes to the mind of any politician is power. Politics is about outmaneuvering your opponents. And you use anything that is at your disposal. So I think even the DA is going to use this at some point, you know, to get some credit in terms of rescuing Parliament. Because the officers in Parliament do not want to take responsibility for the fire that broke out. So the DA now, they come across to be the responsible people.
Speaking of political maneuvering, the EFF has rejected City Hall as a venue for the State of the Nation address. They say they're not happy about it because it excludes some MPs. They say about 100 MPs will be excluded from SONA because of the venue. What do you make of that political maneuver?
I get the sense that the EFF is vehemently opposed to all the, I would say, colonial buildings or colonial legacies. I mean, they have been also been opposed to even Parliament. They have also argued that Parliament must be moved from Cape Town to Pretoria, so that as a country we can have one center of power. But with them, everything is about political maneuverability.
Speaking of the relocation of Parliament, do you think there's any political will, or there will be any political will further down the line to move Parliament?
The most important thing, Tafuma, is the improvement of the lives of the people. So I think the question that all politicians in Parliament, they need to grapple with is whether moving Parliament from Cape Town to Pretoria is going to change the lives of the people for the better or not. If the answer is no, then they should, let Parliament remain where it is.
That's a good point, Doc. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. And thank you for always being willing to speak to us. Political commentator, Dr. Ntsikelelo Breakfast.